Yay! All right, girlfriend, it's all you now.
Oh. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. So it's taking me a second. I don't always record all of my Zooms, but anyway, I'm really glad that you're all here. I was just kind of throwing together some things since this was a little bit last minute. So Wednesdays for me, of course, we do Wellness Wednesday. It's also, I do the Wonderful Woman Wednesday because I go to women's group on Wednesday evening. And I just think that that's really important that if we have this community, right? So why not utilize it? We have a ton of wonderful women and men in this community. So make sure that, take a peek at who's on this Zoom and go and check them out. Maybe just, send them a message. Don't friend them, you can follow them and just kind of open that door, right? Because this whole Thrive little community is a lot more fun. It's a lot more to do, a lot more fun when you start connecting and making some friends and getting to do the life parts together, right? So there's that. And I am actually going to, if everybody on here is on the dream team, or well, even if you're not, whatever, you found this Zoom, but I'll share my screen for some of this and kind of take you into the new team page a little bit and show you some of like how Kaylee, what she has as far as the pictures and stuff like that you can really utilize for this promo for your new people coming in. I'll be honest, so I personally have a new promoter that came in. And it's you don't want to overwhelm anybody. Like, even for us that have been here a little bit, all of these, like, there's a lot going on right now. A lot of promos, a lot of things. So just remember to keep it, your 2 promoters, your 2 customers on auto ship, and just really start there, helping them get the upgrade packs and whatnot. What I would, of course, tell them, because right now we also have the double, triple fast starts. So if you can get them to the VIP 800 or 1600, just make sure you're really paying attention to that volume, because say somebody orders a 400 pack, right? And they just need another, 600 to unlock that double, triple fast starts. Why not try to get them an 800 pack or, something along those lines, just because it would be, good. Like, we want people to do better than us. I didn't get those bonuses when I did. So I know for sure that, like, I'm going to be getting a promoter into a three-way chat today with an upline. And you want to do that because it's going to connect them with somebody else besides you, because there's times when we're not all available. And you're definitely, and they can help you, right? They've been doing this maybe not a lot longer, but hopefully. And if your upline is, hasn't been in that long, then go to the next one. And there's nothing wrong with your enroller by any means, right? It's just the fact that you want to set your people up for success. And it's really hard to do that if everybody's brand spanking new. So definitely make sure you're utilizing those 3 ways, because that's what's going to help, like everybody else says, that's really what's going to help get the job done. And you want to do that in a timely fashion, because they have the 14 days, right? So that's my spiel on that. If anybody has any questions about any of that, please, you can drop them in the chat. I will also, I'm going to try really hard to not get all over the place, because I just get excited. And yeah, so come here, Rex. Come here. Shannon, if you want to just kind of talk a little bit more, but
I got you. I know what I like to do when I'm signing on new people, I do try to like to make sure I have them at least make some lists first of people that they can help with these 3 steps like they've been helped, because it's important to have a basis to start with. And I feel that helps them as well with gaining success in this business. And I tell them all the time, make your lists before you hit that promoter button. Let's talk to some people. Everybody you sign up as a referral is going to be your customer. So before they order, but definitely before you hit that promoter button, let's talk to some people and get those conversations started. I feel that it helps them massively with success. And if they can't think of people, that's when I share something that I found in the Dream Team and another team page called Memory Joggers. All you have to do is go to Google and type in Memory Jogger, and you're going to have 50 million of them pop up. And that helps them think of people. It helped me think of people that I didn't even think about on a normal basis, like you're a pharmacist, even, or you're a beautician, or you're a nail lady, you're a mailman. There's just so many different people that you could help with these 3 steps, or even some of our plus line products. A mailman, perfect candidate for Move. And even Form, really, because that helps with bones and stuff like that. So I definitely think it's important to set them up with making lists first.
I'm back. Sorry.
That's fine.
I put Rex away. But yeah. I think those are really great tips. I think that's really great, Shannon. I do a lot of those too. So I'm glad to hear that, which is great, that we're kind of all doing things somewhat the same, but in your own way, right? Not reinventing the wheel, but doing, being creative too. I am going to hop over to this new Dream Team super quick and just kind of show you guys, because so as far as the promos going on, like you can do a lot of different things. You're going to see some of the leaders that do, 3 months for the price of 1, right? Some people have the money on hand, right? Some people might have the money. Maybe you do have the money on hand. Me personally, I don't have that kind of money to drop into this at the moment, which is okay. So you can always do cashback rebates. So when you get your people, all of your orders, and you have enough to hit that double in everybody orders, I really like how Stacy teaches that she doesn't let them order until she has everybody, right? Until she has all of her people to hit that double to get that money back to be able to give them the special, right? So I guess kind of what that looks like. I have not grabbed this either, but I'm working at it. And what that kind of looks like is a group chat for the people that are going to buy a pack. And then you would tell them, okay, all right, we're all set. Everybody's ready to order. So let's go ahead and order, right? And walk them through it. If you need to literally help them order, like walk them through it, because you want to make sure that they're doing it correctly and picking the right pack so that you hit your bonuses. And then if you can't do the cashback right then, call it a cash rebate, right? Or whatever, a gift card, a cashback rebate. That's what I'm calling it. And that's what I'm calling it, a cashback rebate. And then when you get paid out on those double, triple fast starts, then you can send them their cash back, right? And or maybe you can send them $50 of it now, right? Maybe you can send them $50. You just can't send them the full amount that you want to send them. That's fine. Send them whatever you want to or can without putting any strain on yourself financially. And go from there. And you don't even have to also. you don't have to give back that much, right? So remember that, like, you don't have to give back 3 months for the price of one. You can do $20, you can do $40, 50, 60, whatever, whatever you can do and where you're at is okay. It doesn't make you less than or more, it's just some people run their businesses a lot different. And that's the beauty of this, is that you can choose what promos you want to run and how you want that to look, and just take everybody. What's amazing also is that in this business, there's people that have already done this, right? In our team, they have already done this. They have already hit these bonuses. So I highly suggest that you take like what they've done, right? And copy it. Maybe I'm not saying like copy and paste their posts or anything like that, but go see how they're doing things. Maybe watch a Zoom, watch a replay or something, and take some notes and make yourself a little bit of a plan, right? Because it makes life a lot easier. I'm just trying to get over here to the new, I think I have it pinned, but it's just not to the top of my pinned shortcuts yet. And I'm not sure if you guys have like a customer. So with all of this being said too, make sure that you're following your funnel. I know that some of the people, it's really important and it's going to make your life a lot easier. I'll be honest, from Sunday, I did chat on the Sunday night Zoom. So if you guys have gotten sick of me, sorry. But I did chat on there a little bit. I had kind of a lot going on at once, and it was a little bit overwhelming. So I had to really sit down and get a hold of myself and make my list so that I'm not burning myself out trying to do a million things like perfectly, right? Because it doesn't have to be perfect. It has to be done, not perfect. I mean, good is better than anything. And, I honestly don't really believe that anybody can do anything perfectly. Maybe they can, but I don't believe that anybody's perfect. So, all right, I'm going to pop over. Let me find the Zoom. And I hope you guys are all having a great day too. I promise I'm not like, this is the most serious I think I've ever been in my life. So yeah. Okay, start sharing my screen. Oh, screen, there we go. All right, so this is the new dream team, and I just am popping in here. I'm gonna just kind of cover a few things a little bit. I know that because I know that everybody can't get on every Zoom, right? Everybody can't get on every Zoom, and everybody can't maybe watch all the replays. So what this looks like is, I know like my 200K is Keely. So I have a Thrive Tribe team page that I put all of my promoters into for the training and stuff. But if you don't have that, definitely start utilizing this for your training for your new promoters, because it's super simple. When you come in, if you click right over here to guides, this is all going to drop down, right? And there's 0 of 3. So you've got welcome to the family, VIP 800, 1600, VIP with written graphics, all of these things, all of these things, finding your fives list that are here to help you. It's all done for you and tied up in a little bowl and put right here, and you don't have to even worry about it. It's all done. So discussion, and where they're talking about tagging people, is right here. Just like any other of our team pages, right here at the top, it says featured. Go over, tag new promoters here, welcome, start here. And this is going to explain to them to go to the guides, right? And what to do. It's going to kind of give them a little bit of a summary of what to do. So there's that. I'm not going to get too into it because I don't really want to waste your time like showing you a screen that you can go and look at yourself, right? But over here, more, if you go to media, here is all the pictures that have been shared in here. If you're not sure what to do, right? Here we go. Enrolling a new promoter. If you're not sure what to do when you get a new promoter, here you go, okay? It's right here for you, and you can save these pictures to your phone, or you could, and if you're higher up and stuff, and maybe you want to make some of these your own at some point, right? Take these ideas and put it into your own picture or whatnot. But that's just not an income producing activity. So if you're just starting out, utilize all of this type of thing because it's going to help you. And here's our 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, right? Your tracker. So everything is right here. Daily IPAs, my 5s list. This is great. This is awesome. And IPA list. But yeah, so in this, I love this. I have this saved and I send this to my new people just because they can read all of it too. And of course, I send them our rewards thing from the back office as well, but this just kind of breaks it down. Anyway, I'm going to stop screen sharing. And I hope that is helpful for you guys. I honestly, if you have any questions about that, make sure you even post them in the team page or message somebody if there's something. I know that there was somebody had a question, and I'm actually going to reach out to Kaylee and see what she's doing, or see what the question is, get it answered so that I can answer it. But it's really super simple. And I mean, I'm not bashing the other Dream Team page. I really like that one too, because there's a ton, there's years and years and years of information in the other one too, and pictures and product pictures and things that people have made, which it's still there, right? It's still there. And if you're in it, you can still go and take those, if you need to take pictures because you can't take your own, then that's okay too, right? So that's that. I'm going to kind of pop real quick back to, I just kind of thought of something. I'm going to pop real quick back to the double, triple fast starts. So what I would personally like to do, I'm completely obsessed with Canva right at the moment. You can get it completely free. You can get it free and you just don't have access to all of the things, but that's okay. I love it. And what I like to do is I like to take a picture of myself or my product and put it in the background and then turn the filter way down, so you can kind of see that it's me back there, or you can kind of see that it's a product picture back there. And then I put writing over top of it just to, and I use those kind of pictures as a post so that it's not, I don't know, it's a little bit different. It's still like a product post or whatever, but it's not as like bam. And then of course, depending on what kind of interaction you have on that, a couple days or a day later, make sure you go back and you change the privacy setting on any of your direct promote, like product posts or business posts, anything that might make you look a little bit like extra spammy or something. It's okay to put it out there and stuff, but you're going to want to make sure in a couple days you go back and you change that to only me, because then you're then people that you're friending, when they come through and they scroll your page or they accept your friend request, they're scrolling through your page. They're not like, oh, she just wants my sale. I knew it, whatever. But yeah, we do want their sale, and that's okay too, right? If somebody says something like, did you add me because you want me to buy? No, I added you because I like your page and I think you're a good you look like a person that I would like to get to know, right? Because we're going to be a friend first. Being a friend first is how you build your connections with people to, we're professional friend makers. I don't know who said that. I heard it. Somebody said it. We're professional friend makers. That's it. And it's fun. It doesn't have to be serious. It doesn't have to be serious and perfect. Okay. So, Shannon, did you want to pop in here for a second before I move into kind of like self-development type stuff and motivation and that kind of thing?
I did. When you were sharing the screen, it just made me remember something. Another good thing to offer new promoters, especially with the double triple, because we're going to get volume before any kind of stuff is used. But the new ones are going to get that $25 preloaded credits. But everybody needs to remember to set a new promoter up with the compliance program in the back office. The very first level is $25 in credits that they can utilize for product and stuff like that. Not with a kit, but just basic products. But I think it's really important to set them, especially new people, up with that. That way they're learning compliance right from the start, and it helps us teach them to not have any compliancy issues as far as medical claims and stuff like that, because they're learning it right from the jump. That's all I wanted to add about that.
Okay, Shannon, is there anything else that you would like to add or anything like that?
You had mentioned Canva. I do love Canva. And if you guys get the paid version, that is a tax write-off. But like Katrina said, you can utilize that for free. And it's really good to make opportunity stories. In the comment section, I will share one that I recently did where I just took my picture of me and I made it really to where it was not that bold, where it was like faded out. And I just put text over top of it talking about the opportunity and all the different things that they could get. And I thought that was really cool. And this is definitely something good to talk about that you just shared too. The Going VIP. What we're telling you about the Dream Team training page and the compliancy levels and the double triples, all of that stuff, it's going to help people, the list making, reach that VIP 800. And I definitely also love how Katrina put in there straight off to put them in a three-way conversation. Or you could even put them in a four-way, because if you have a leader that's brand spanking new, just like Katrina said, don't be embarrassed about going and putting somebody else in that message. Definitely keep your brand spanking new person in there, but also utilizing somebody above. So you're always making sure that their questions are 100% covered. And motivation is definitely extremely important, no matter where you're at, what level you're at, what rank not, it doesn't matter. You must start every single day with motivation. And it's something you kind of have to practice throughout the entire day to keep yourself going. And Katrina, again, I want to thank you, hon, because you are definitely a rock star at this. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate you.
Oh, I appreciate you too. I appreciate all of you guys for getting on here, because that's, it's nice to see other people on here and not be talking to myself. And Kayla, thank you for having your camera on. I appreciate that. I love that. I'm just going to share my screen real quick and you guys can see how I'm an organized hot mess, okay? Because my Canva doesn't have any special folders or any kind of organization to it at all. I just want to show you so super quick, and then I'm going to move on, and then we're going to be, heading out for the day. But let me get back here. So I do pay. What's really cool about paying is that I also have the option to add like 5 people. So you can add 5 of your teammates to your Canva subscription at no cost. And they can, I believe that they can make everything, right? So these are like some of the recent designs. This is a list that I made for my vendor event. I just kind of got a little fancy with it because I realized I could, right? And what that looked like is I just kind of took a template and made it into that. And what I was talking about, like for making that, like here, I made this. Oh, my little one's awake. It's okay. She's good. She can wake up for a few. So what it kind of looks like is like this, right? I have my products in the background and my stuff. I put my handle on there because I don't mind sharing with you all, but don't completely jack my whole like what I say, like word for word. Just make it your own. Like if you definitely need, and don't get me wrong, I certainly go to other higher up leaders and friends pages and take their stuff. What I do is I copy and I paste it into my notes, and then I rearrange it and make it into my own, right? I fix some of the wording and that type of thing. If you copy and completely paste somebody's stuff, I mean, if you're really struggling that hard, just make sure that, it makes sense to you, and preferably not on the same exact day as the other person that you're borrowing from, right?
Can I add something to that? Make sure you're paying attention to everything too, because I've had people that I've seen copy and paste somebody else's post word for word, and it's talking about their kids or their husband, and they don't have kids or they don't have a husband, and it just, people will know. If you don't put your own special spin on it, people will absolutely know that you're using somebody else's stuff. So even if you use 90% of the words, put your own spin on it, guys, because that's very important. You can steal anything of mine. Just put your own spin on it to make it yours, so people know that's who you are. That's all.
So that's how I did that one. And then like, I like to do these ones where we put the picture of ourselves and remove the background. My aunt, she commented on one of it and was like, "You look like you're on a billboard." So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take her picture. Like, she doesn't do Thrive or anything, but I'm gonna take her picture and do it to one of her pictures and send it to her. So but no, this is like, I literally just take, people's, like the let me go, other tablets or tablets. So I just click Instagram post, right? And what's gonna happen is my internet must be angry at me. No, it's gonna suggest, right? So recently used, for you, things that I like. And it's so easy. Like, you can just take this and you can click here and put in whatever quote you want. And if you want to change the color of the whole thing, anyway, okay, I'm not going to get into all of that. I'm going to stop sharing that. I'm going to move on. I'm just reading the comments super quick. Good morning. Okay, so what I'm going to move into is a little bit of motivation / self-development. So for me personally, this was huge for me. I have a therapist, right? I have a counselor, I have a therapist. I will admit that because I need the extra support. I need the help, right? Because who doesn't need a little somebody to talk to once in a while? My inbox is always open. I have a counselor because my dad passed away almost 4 years ago, and he was my best friend. And I struggled tremendously with that, tremendously. So I had to we had to finish planning our wedding. I had to get married 4.5 months later, and it put a whole tailspin of things, like, and that was before I started Thrive. So when I started Thrive, getting on these morning Zooms and stuff like that, and realizing really what self-development could do for you, for your mind and your body, really got me thinking. And I reached out to a woman that I have known since I was 19 that she's a therapist, and I reached out to her, and I felt comfortable that I could do that right at that point. And since then, I have really been putting in the work. I still talk to her every other week. I participate in the women's group to help keep my mind right, because I want to be able to love on people the way that, everybody deserves to have that friend or get that love, right? And when you're in a dark place or something, it's very difficult to do that authentically and be genuine about it, because you might be, upset. Well, they still have this or they still have that, and it's just kind of hard to see past that, right? So that is part of why self-development is huge for me. And that is also why the person that I always talk about, Brene Brown, I am completely obsessed with her, completely obsessed with all of her stuff. If you haven't listened or read a book, I like Audible because I have a little one. You need to. The way that she talks about shame and explains that and breaks it down is amazing. Okay, it's going to change your world. Literally, it's going to change how you think about everything and how you think about a lot of things that have happened to you in your life. So I highly recommend. I started with Daring Greatly. She has books before then, but I started with Daring Greatly. And I'm going to read something. I'm sharing this with you because I want you guys to write something down and just kind of about it, right? So this is called Rising Strong. Great book. I listened to this on Audible too, more than once. I have a problem, but it's okay. You know what? If I have a self-development problem, I guess that's a good one to have, right? So I was like flipping through here because this was so last minute Zoom, and I was like, oh, what one do I want to pick? What one do I want to pick? All of them. I want to pick all of them. Okay. The whole book. But so in the back of this book, there is questions and topics for discussions, right? And let's see. Right here. Living big. And big stands for boundaries, integrity, generosity. Is saying, yes, I'm going to be generous in my assumptions and intentions while standing solidly in my integrity and being very clear about what's acceptable and not acceptable. And then the questions underneath, which is, if you want to do some self-development today, write answers to these questions. Do you believe that people are doing the best they can? Why or why not? How does your belief about that shape your relationships and decisions? In what ways could you imagine being more generous in your interpretations of others? So I just looked up and I looked super serious. And it just kind of makes me laugh because I'm not. But I will definitely I will take a picture or type it out and put that kind of under the Zoom or something, or whatever. I don't really know how that looks like now with, I think that Kaylee said that the Zooms are going to be under the event or the announcement, I believe. So I'll put that in underneath there too. And, that's just kind of something to think about. And what could you imagine being more generous in your interpretation of others? So the way that I personally take that question is like, how am I, when somebody posts something that I don't really agree with or see eye to eye? Well, for them, maybe something happened to them. That makes me think, well, what happened to them? It could have been positive, it could have been negative to get them to where they are in that moment, in that mindset. So the way that I'm going to be, I'm always going to treat somebody with kindness, because that's how I can be generous with myself. And, is I can be kind, and everybody deserves to have somebody be kind to them. But I think that that's all I really want to say. And if you in your area have a group of people, maybe a best friend, maybe a women's group, maybe your counselor or something, reach out to them, talk to them and enjoy your time with them, right? Enjoy it. Take the time to live in that moment and enjoy the time with them. It's okay to put your phone down and take that time. Everybody has to do it. It's good. It's healthy. And I think that this is where I want to stop, Shannon. So if you would like to end this for us, I would really appreciate that.
Well, I just want to tell everybody to go out there and crush it. And if you need any help, definitely reach out. And as far as ending, you're the one that's going to have to stop recording and click end for all, because you're the hostess. But thank you. And we will see you Friday. I have a great lineup for you on Friday. So definitely go out and crush this, guys, because I know every single one of you can. And thank you. Okay, bye-bye.